made it out to Hanoi, Vietnam. Got ambushed at the airport with taxi drivers, but thankfully had some roaming with AIS, so I was able to call a Grab and wait for him. Nice room at the Moonlit Suites in Hanoi, Vietnam. It's about as good as my studio apartment in Thailand. So I made it to Hanoi. It was hectic at the airport. First I had to hit the ATM, then I had to call a Grab. And there was like so many people that come up to you telling you to hop in their ride. Most of them are probably just charging a little premium, but I didn't want to get into any unknown vehicle for whatever reason. And maybe they judge your naivety based on that. But definitely have some kind of roaming plan that hits right when you get here or before you get here, so you can access your Grab and then just stay inside the airport until you see them and you're talking with them, and then you can send them a picture of where you're at and they can send you a picture, and then look for their license plate. Because it was probably 8 to 10 people that came up to me. And some of them say that they are your Grab driver. Some of them say they're with Grab. Again, probably just charge a little extra, like $5 to $10, which is not bad. But like if you don't have service, obviously go with them. But you never know. But the room's super nice. I'm pretty much just gonna eat and drink coffee and see a couple landmarks. I'm only here for a couple days, and go from there. I'm in the West Lake area in Hanoi, so it's a beautiful lake with some temples around, and I'm about to go eat some pho right now and see what the night gets into. Just gonna walk around that area. I'm about 15 minutes from city center, like a car drive. I think I'm gonna walk out there tomorrow. I might walk back tonight, but just gonna feel it out and play it by ear, but very hungry. For context, Vietnam smells like amazing food. Thailand smells like flowers and bananas. About to try this restaurant out. Quick one, Hung Bin. This is right next to the West Lake, which is kind of the hub of Hanoi. So yeah, let's eat. the West Lake. Just had some of the best noodles I've ever had. It was like a sweet and sour pho, and then like 10 massive pho rolls that I didn't need, but I ate about 6 of them. Beautiful sunset. Just gonna walk around, explore, eat some dessert, and then go to bed. It's kind of a balance out here because I've kind of got my guard up because I've never been here and I'm not here for long. So when people come up to you, you don't know if they're trying to be like hospitable or hustlers or whatever. But as far as the vibes here, it's really chill, peaceful, noticeably different than Thailand, from like a cultural perspective, just the way people carry themselves. But it's like so cool, you know, tuned in to a different way. I've seen so many foreigners here, which is, it's not like a super prominent tourist place. Maybe it is, I don't know. But like a lot of people from Europe. Stunning view. It feels like a beach town just because there's so much water. But it's just like lakes, rivers, canals. Wow. This must be a hot spot for exercise because like there's so many people walking and lifting weights and running. Unless Vietnam people are just like super fit. The loose plan is to get to that ice cream shop, but I do not see a crossway. And this road is extremely busy. So, loose plan. That's the temple I was walking to. Gotta try and cross this road. Halfway there. All the helmets have little visors on them. It's so cool. It's like all of them here. Wow. I'm gonna walk towards that. I'm not sure if it's open right now, but can already tell the difference between this temple and Thai temples. Kuba. That means caution. This is Chua Tran pork. Stunning view. I risked my life to cross this street so I could do this ice cream shop, and we'll call it a night. They got Circle K in Vietnam, bro. What? It's about 6 a.m. and I hear this outside my hotel. First and only full day in Vietnam. I'm gonna go get a little coffee, and then I'm gonna jump back to the hotel and then drive out to the main city park. Get some more coffee, egg coffee, and a bunch of small meals.
Cơ sở sản xuất kinh doanh dịch vụ phải áp dụng biện pháp yêu cầu ngừng cung cấp biện pháp yêu cầu ngừng cung cấp dịch vụ điện nước. 3. Tổ chức cá nhân cung cấp dịch vụ điện nước và tổ chức cá nhân có liên quan. Các trường hợp áp dụng biện pháp yêu cầu ngừng cung cấp dịch vụ điện nước trong trường hợp thật sự cần thiết để đảm bảo an ninh trật tự, an toàn xã hội. Người có thẩm quyền quy định tại khoản 1, 2 và 3 điều 4.
They have a lot of vegetarian places here.
Yêu cầu ngừng cung cấp dịch vụ điện nước đối với các trường hợp sau đây. 1. Công trình xây dựng sai quy hoạch. Công trình xây dựng không có giấy phép xây dựng đối với trường hợp theo quy định phải có giấy phép xây dựng đã được cơ quan người có thẩm quyền yêu cầu chấm dứt thực hiện hành vi vi phạm. Yêu cầu dừng tiêu công trình có văn bản.
Morning. trees and plants smell so good. These alleys are pretty common because the buildings are like long and tall. And honking is the normalty here. Like, people honk just to honk. But the roads have been super busy every time I've been on them, so. That coffee was so good. The first one was coconut coffee, which was ice cream and coffee. And then the next one was man, I forgot what it was, Cafe Four or something like that. I'll double check that. These roads are so tiny. And then the other one was like traditional Vietnamese coffee. They have two types. One's with like more milk and one's with more coffee. So I got the one with more coffee. And then some super nice locals were in there. I am wired up right now. I think it's like a bunch of sugar and caffeine in that. So that'll last me till my next coffee, which will be the egg coffee. But I'm gonna hit the hotel for a minute and then go back to that temple I was at last night and start there, because that'll be open. First impressions, it's very different from Thailand, but in its own special way. It feels like a time capsule because there's so much, like, it feels very vintage, like you're in another decade, but still in 2025. And that's the coolest part. Like I was saying yesterday when I first got here, when you first get to Thailand, it smells like bananas, tropical flowers. Here is like smoky charcoal, like char food. And it's got its own beautiful, essence to it. Thailand still smells like really good food when you're in those areas, but I'm just talking like the pheromones of the country. It feels a little more raw. Morning. It feels more like raw rather than tropical, if that makes sense. And I'm a big toothpick guy. Side note, they have flat ends here and it's a little more flimsy. So you can actually put it in your tooth easier. It's not as thick. Which is really cool. Back at this beautiful temple in Hanoi. That's it. Ah, okay. No, he didn't have shorts.
And you want to buy it?
No, thank you. They say no shorts in the temple, but I've seen like multiple people in here with no shorts, so I'll be all right. But respect to Buddha. Wow. Whoa, big one. Look at that. Nice catch. There's a massive fish in this lake. You can definitely see the difference between Vietnam and Thailand too, because Thailand was never like fully colonized. And then Vietnam had a lot of like French and Chinese influence. And now they've kind of blossomed into their own culture. But you can definitely see those influences, you know, from the different time periods. This is my next destination. And a water.
One with the okay.
Another amazing pho meal. Stuff's so good. It's so versatile too, because those were different noodles than I had last night. last night was like beef, sweet and sour, like sticky broth, and like a clear noodle, but like thicker and round. These were like a clear, more flat noodle with chicken and skin on. It was more like a traditional broth, like salty. So now I'm hitting the Temple of Literature. Made it to the Temple of Literature. This is a pretty decent walk from where I'm staying, but felt called to it. It's like a pretty big hot spot south of West Lake. This is the Well of Heavenly Brilliance in the Temple of Literature. I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings saying that. So I took out like 1 million baht from the ATM, or excuse me, I took out like 1 million dong from the ATM, and it's gotten me very far. Now I'm only here for one full day, but it's similar to Thailand, to where if you eat at like the solid local spots, it'll be dirt cheap. But if you go to like premium hot spots or places, it can add up. I'm just assuming that, but everything, my meals have been like a few dollars, and I'm like substantially full after them. But 1 million dong is like $40 total. Temple of Knowledge was 70,000 dong, which is well worth it because this place was really pretty. Some kind of citrus tree. Whew, but that was the big landmark that I was walking to today. I'm gonna keep going in the same direction, look for an egg coffee, and I might hit a mall. Just kind of vibing out, playing it by ear. Still stuffed from that lunch, but got a little room in case I see a yummy snack. My tip is to like look on Google Maps for the places with like 100 or 500 5-star reviews, or like in that range, like 4 to 5 star. Those are the sweet spots. And then obviously look at the traffic at those places, because you can go to like the #1 places, but I think it's a little better if you go a little more local, because you're still getting amazing food and a more authentic experience that's typically not premium price. I think that dude just murked a bird with a blowpipe. feels so earthy here. Apart from the huge city, there's still these corridors, like little mazes that you can bob and weave in. Right now I'm heading to Train Street. Made it to Train Street and get some food and egg coffee. I think the trains come later tonight, but I don't really care about it passing. And I'm gonna go this way. Trains pass later. I wanted to get here early just to see it. Hello, thank you. Just had some bomb food and egg coffee on Train Street. And I walked a little further south at this beautiful park. I'm gonna walk around here for a while. Indoor gas station for the bikes. Gonna pop in this mall now, see what the vibes are like. Every time I think I'm finished in this mall, there's like a new section that pops up. It's huge. Yeah, there's like 3 malls connected in one. Because I couldn't find the Nike store. And I just walked in like this whole new building section. So I think Nike's this way. Okay.
Monday to Friday.
Cool.
Weekend we open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. About rubric, we have body combat, body pump, and cycling in this.
Okay.
Yeah, you can join everything when you become a membership. Okay.
Wow.
Over there we have the sauna. You want to see the sauna?
Yeah, thanks. 3 for 3 on the pho here. I was walking on the street and a freaking tree branch almost just fell on me. It was a small, but still. It was like, yeah, I had some really good pho. I'm just walking around like near that temple I was at last night, and just kind of seeing, they have so many little shops and cafes around. So just enjoying the last night. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and hit a coffee shop and just hit like the road next to my hotel. They got some cool little shops. And then I'll hit the port. Hanoi waves, breezy city, vibrating. In Thailand, I usually say I'm vibrating in the jungle, but this is not the jungle. This is more like the basin. The Hanoi Club Hotel is that way. So the temple I was at last night is over there somewhere, because it has that in the distance. Yeah, I think I see it over there. It's kind of hidden though. Got me one more coconut coffee. This place. Gonna sip it while viewing the West Lake. Great finish to the night here in Hanoi. Hey, Paul. We got a dog ambush at the park. Incredible night, incredible day in Vietnam. Got so much done. Little mini trips like these make you remember how much you can get done in like one day, let alone a couple of days. Back to the hotel, and tomorrow I'm gonna just wake up, get some coffee, and head to the airport. Thankfully I won't get railed with people trying to take me from the airport, because I'm going to the airport. So again, remember that when you come to Hanoi. All in all, you can just jump in with them, it'd probably be all right. But if you've got roaming and the Grab app, it's the better way. Save some money and some hassle. W out. I think I've definitely got unfinished business in Vietnam. So you definitely see me coming back here in the foreseeable future. Whether it's Hanoi, Da Nang, one of those two. Super inspiring though. Love new cultures, get you in a new headspace, new creativity, new innovation. Being in the app development space now makes me realize how much my life revolves around apps to get around and to do what I do. So super innovative on that front. There's a lot of apps in the world, but again, it just makes you think how accessible everything is. It'll only get more accessible. All right, good night. This is my last day in Hanoi. Little rainy morning, but we'll just get some coffee. This is the road where my hotel is next to, so we'll just kind of travel around here till about noon. And back to Chiang Mai. Thank you. About to call a grab to the airport, but I got some time to spare. The rain cleared up. Now it's sunny and bright again. Yeah, I'll definitely be back to Vietnam, either Hanoi or Da Nang. But I really enjoyed it here. And I could stay a couple extra days, but it was more so of a purposeful visit for the visa renewal. So that's why I'm out here. It was super special to go into a place that, you didn't fully expect to go. And it's just so cool to be able to jump around through different countries and cultures like that. But love it. It's beautiful, and it's different from Thailand in its own special way. So many corridors, Chinese, French influence, and ultimately the individuality of Vietnamese people. Now the roads and car seats are the same as America, which is super interesting considering the Asia and French influence. So that was a pleasant surprise to me. These V cars are so cool. I think that's electric. I would definitely rep that. Different color, of course, but I'm about to take this jacket off because it is heating up out here. So this is kind of like the main road before the airport, and it's got this little side road with all the shops and hotels next to it. And then they have these little corridors. I was walking all through those yesterday, just little small shops. Very similar to Barcelona and Spain or France when I was there. Just narrow little tunnel walkways with its own vibe that's a little below city level. Blue skies, man. That Asia heat is something else. But much love. Peace. Crossing the road. One thing about me, I'm gonna find the toilet within a 1 kilometer radius always. Ooh. I don't know what this is, but we're about to see. Ooh. It's like a strong tea. I think this is the egg coffee, which is so good. It's like a delicacy. Hanoi International, this is the calmest airport that I've ever been in. Super zenned out. Got like 2 hours till my flight, maybe that's why, so.